I today wanted to give a little bit of a mission statement and kind of a, who I am type of thing for raising digital humans before I continued, the conversation about, ChatGPT and everything, because I really feel like it's important to explain why this feels, really needed. And a big part of that is, I'm going to be 40 this year. You can probably tell by my grays. But I was in college my freshman year in 2005 when Facebook came out. And of course, we had MySpace and AOL and all of that before that. And I mean, they were a thing, but they weren't, Facebook. And so like when Facebook came out, I remember kids running down the hallway screaming like, oh, our school, Facebook at first was just for colleges. And so there were kids like running up and down the hall, I went to Point Park. They were like, Point Park got Facebook, Point Park got Facebook. And I was like, what the heck is Facebook? I mean, I had a MySpace, but I never really used it much. So I think it was probably a year later that I eventually did get Facebook. But essentially, from, 19 or whatever I was, 20 till now, I've seen just this progression of social media and the things that it's done to, children in particular. I mean, of course, societal is a completely different conversation, but, teenagers and kids today, and it was like we were all kind of taken off guard in a way. Like, I don't think that we knew. I mean, there was really no way to know how social media was going to be, how it was going to affect everyone, how it was going to make bullying more of a thing, especially for young girls. And then, with the messengers and everything else, I mean, the things that have happened, I see a lot more, I guess, bad for kids in social media than good. And with AI on the cusp here, I felt like it was really important, especially after there was a situation with ChatGPT, and there's an ongoing lawsuit where a young boy committed suicide because of ChatGPT and the conversations that it was having, and I guess that I have to look exactly at the details. This was a couple years ago, but I think that he'd fallen in love with the chat bot, and this stuff happened, and it's like, what can we do to protect our kids, and I just think that it's so important. I've got 2 little boys, and so my husband and I have decided that we need to make it a mission to understand these things as much as we can so we can protect them. But it's not, for me, it's not just my boys, it's the world's kids. Kids are they are precious, and they don't know things, and they need guidance and help. And I know that this is AI is a completely different thing, and so I want so much to be able to help parents and other adults understand the things that we're dealing with here, and keep up with the news as much as we can, because every day things are changing, just constantly they're changing. And I want so much to try to help prevent some of that downfall that we had with social media. And I hope that it will encourage, that it would encourage, other people to kind of learn more about it. It's not like you have to, be a tech savvy or anything like that, because I certainly am not. But I do think that it's important to understand these things enough so we understand what we're handing our children. And talk about the battles that are going on with the phones, and then schools with the Chromebooks, iPads, stuff like that. So I hope to keep everybody updated on that stuff, and create conversations around them. Hope you all have a great day.